You're listening to a special E3 edition of Game Genies. As always, we are an explicit podcast, so toss those chillins out the window or somewhere quiet or somewhere where they just can't hear the show. Enjoy. Game Genies. Welcome to Game Genies. My name is Fred. I'm joined by Ryan. Say hello, Ryan.
My name is Ryan. I come from the land beyond. I'm a sexy man. Don't you take me to the pond because I like skinny dipping and it is my thing. If you tell me no different, then I'll pull out my wang. Wait a minute.
Game Genies.
What are we taking? What are we saying?
Game Genies is a dangerously cheesy podcast where we yell at each other so that you don't have to. We use our lifetime's worth of gaming knowledge to give you the insight in today's most interesting games that you might not already have. And if you do have that knowledge, then fuck you.
So is that the new thing? You say that every time now?
Should I?
I like it.
Okay.
So is that a yes?
Yeah.
Because, other podcasts, they have like a thing they say every time.
Yeah, I realize that people don't always know what we do here at Game Genies, and I think that...
How long did it take you to write it?
I wrote it right before the last episode.
Let me try my intro one more time. When a man loves a woman...
This is your intro? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you don't apologize. I mean, you're just being a fucking asshole. I don't need to fucking worry about my shit I want to say to people. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You
Ryan.
can find Ryan here on Twitter at West Texas Hell.
The only fucking Twitter handle from us that makes any goddamn sense.
And you can find me, Fred, at Freddy Sketty, FreddySgheti.
These motherfuckers have to pull out a goddamn notebook. Oh, shit, let me write this down. To me, it's West, it's Texas, it's hell. These are all words that people know. Just Freddy Sketty.
Type in Freddy Spaghetti. I'm the guy with the blue shirt.
What the fuck? Like, we're describing, like, a hit on a dude? Like, you're like, hey, the fucking guy wearing the blue shirt, go fucking slit his throat. And the guy's like, oh, like that guy?
No,
and you
go follow him on Twitter. Just so you know,
you're always going to be wearing, from now on, you're always going to be wearing a fucking blue shirt on your Twitter picture?
Well, right now, yes, now.
Well, what if people hear this years from now? Are you still wearing the blue shirt?
Well, hopefully they're not listening to this episode years from now.
Welcome to Game Genies. My name is Ryan. This is my co-host.
Hey.
Hi.
We already did that.
Oh. Welcome to episode fucking 2 of E3 is all I'm trying to say.
Episode 16, part 2.
Part deuce, if you will.
So we're covering as much as we possibly can from E3. So in our last episode, we talked about EA, Xbox, PlayStation, Square, and Devolver Digital. This episode, we will be covering Ubisoft, Bethesda, Nintendo, and PC. Are we ready to... It didn't work.
I'm just getting some feedback.
Of course, we can't cover every game from E3 here today, though between the two of us, we just might. But Ryan and I have put our favorite lists together, and in true Game Genies fashion, we're bringing... Ryan, come on. Give me a chance.
You already fucking said that the last episode. We're done with it.
Take a chance.
It's your chance. Do your dance with the Space Jam.
All
right. Now, ladies.
Yeah. Give me some sugar. Son of a bitch.
It's just, that's like me now because I got broken up with.
Is that what you're going to talk about that on the show now?
I want to keep fucking... Apparently, I'm just going to... Ryan's single. He has to get back into non-dad bod shape, but he'll be available at some point in the summer.
All right.
After he stops crying himself to sleep, thinking about the Blockbuster fucking video.
Let's jump into this, son of a bitch.
Callbacks to the past episode. Okay, let's jump in.
Bum.
Bump ba dum ba bump 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 ba da bump. Ubisoft. That's a publisher. They make video games.
Fantastic. PlayStation.
Are we done? We already talked about PlayStation.
Bethesda.
Okay? So Ubisoft, thanks for having us. We're done. Bye.
This was episode
Bethesda.
part 2.
Wouldn't it be great if we just trolled everybody and that was the end of this episode? Like, fuck it, we're done.
No, we have like 50 minutes.
Yeah, I'm still knee deep in my. Whoa.
Hey.
What was I about to say? I was about to say my wine.
Oh. Yeah, I'm like 5 beers in here.
So this will be really fun.
I'm holding it together though.
I'm holding it together. So the first game I want to talk about from Ubisoft was like halfway through their show because that's how much I didn't. Oh God, let's start off talking about how they started the show with fucking Dance Dance Revolution or whatever the hell.
Go ahead. It wasn't Dance Dance Revolution.
It was Just Dance 2019 or whatever the hell. They literally had a marching band. It took about 5 minutes, and I'm sitting the whole time sitting here thinking like, what's going on here? I'm like, it's Ubisoft, so they do some weird things, and then I see them. They march into and everybody's like, whoa, clapping, yay! There's like these families going like, yay, things are nice, and then it's like they get on stage as a marching band, they're all doing stuff, and then it just goes, Just Dance 2019, and I go, huh. And in my mind, I thought to myself, they spent a lot of money just to fucking start the show with, like, Just Dance. But I thought to myself as well, I'd much rather them do this extravagant, like, marching band thing to, like, do an intro and then just don't show the fucking game.
Like, you would have rather they did all that without Just Dance.
Oh, no, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm like, or if they're going to do it with Just Dance, that's fine. I'd rather them do what they did than show gameplay and have some asshole come up and talk about Just fucking Dance. Like, I was perfectly fine with it after the end of it. I was like, because then my biggest fear, my heart started fucking pounding, like racing. I was like, no. Because I see all Just Dance on there. I was like, they just did this long thing. Now they're going to show the fucking game Just Dance.
We're going to sit through 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah. Then they went to another game, and I was like, good job.
So Ubisoft opened up more or less with Beyond Good and Evil.
They did, which is what I believe they closed with that last year.
Yeah, and I
was okay with it. I liked it. It looked great.
Yeah, they had sufficient stuff to show. You wanna lead the way?
Yeah, there was a pig, there was a monkey, there was a spaceship, there was a woman that was the main character in the first game that they saw, and they're like, you look evil now at the end.
Yeah.
Here's my thing with
there's
that.
a girl
here's my
who's
thing with
the
that.
new main character as well.
Yeah, the new like Captain Shizu's fucking badass too. Yeah. They did show some gameplay, which looked really good after the show, I believe.
Sure.
But it looked great. It was like a very futuristic Fifth Element, which I would describe Cyberpunk 77 the same thing. 2077, that is. Very like Fifth Element-esque futuristic city world. But the thing is, this is supposed to be a prequel, so how are these characters from the first game in it, including the main character from the first one, and everybody recognizes her? Unless this is like, it starts off all fucked up like that, then they maybe go back in time, so it's a prequel, but other than that, it doesn't make sense to me to like them recognize a main character from the first one that she literally meets these people in the first game, and then these people recognize her, yet this is supposed to be a prequel.
Yeah, but like if you think of like other stories, like for instance, like Piccolo or something like that.
What?
Like in DBZ.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
What about him?
They like know who he is, and he's a bad guy, and then eventually he's a good guy, right?
No, but this person from the first one, I don't think nobody meets her until then. She's not like infamous or anything like that.
Well, there's got to be a reason that they know her name, Ryan.
I'm fucking asking you. Like, what do you fucking know? I don't know. Is it a fucking sequel? Is it a prequel? Is it making me horny? Yes, of course.
Let's get into some details about this.
I mean, to me, I'm like, they only showed cinematic. They didn't show any gameplay, really.
Yeah.
Until later on.
Did they explain anything about it? Do we know anything about this? Is it an open world? Everything's open world this year.
I did hear there's going to be more of an open world than the linear progression of the first game. First game came out in what, 2004?
Yeah. What about the fact that they are collaborating with Hit Record?
Oh, that made me excited. So many people explain why people are bitching about this.
So people are mad because they're doing a collaboration with a website called Hit Record, which is, what's the guy's name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
And
JGL, as the hipsters call him.
That website is built for artists, musicians, actors,
to collaborate,
whatever,
which I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
And people bitch. I'm sorry, I just hijacked. I was like, tell them, and then I'm not. Sorry, I'm on my soapbox a little bit, but I'm a little bit mad because people are saying, well, people that collaborate with Hit Record don't get paid properly. Well, I'm like, well, don't fucking collaborate with Hit Record, right? Am I wrong?
If you want to get paid, I guess, right?
I mean, yeah, if you want to get paid, then don't collaborate with them. To me, I'm like, I just want to get my name out there, so I would love to collaborate on this game. Maybe put some of my music, submit it, put some, I don't know, art, if you do art, Fred. I know you've painted me naked whenever we hung out a couple years ago.
I mean, I painted you, and you were naked.
I just so happened to be naked. You're correct. Well,
no, I mean, I painted you.
I don't even know what to say at the moment. Anyway, look, if they want to put a fucking song I wrote and just recorded on my own, and I'm not looking for any monetary, payback from it, on their fucking game, I would be honored for them to put me in this fucking game.
Supposedly they are going to compensate people.
And I get that, but either way, I would be happy. I'm like, that's cool. If they were like, hey, dude, we're putting your shit in the game, I'm like, okay,
yeah,
sweet.
But there's this whole stigma against now people saying like, oh, it's exposure. It's exposure. Like, people are over that. They're like, yeah, exposure, whatever. Like,
I'm not over it.
Like, I'm an artist. I want money for what I do.
I get it. Well, that's not the fucking Hit Record's way. I mean, they do pay, but they don't probably pay that well.
Right.
But to me, I'm like, if I get to collaborate with JGL's fucking company, I'm okay with that. And it gets to be on a badass video game. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes.
But some people are saying that this is just a way for them to get content in their game without paying people to get content. Do we know what
type of game
this is going to be on? Yeah, or do we know what type of game this
is?
Well,
first of all, it just says it's going to be an action-adventure video game. They haven't shown any gameplay, aside from like some small stuff that really, to me, just showed like the city itself. It is going to have a multiplayer mode. As far as platforms, have not been announced.
Well,
there had been rumors. Hold on, there's been rumors, motherfucker, that it was going to be a timed exclusive for the Switch. But obviously that didn't happen.
Is it safe to say we know as much about this as we know about
Death Stranding?
No, the other one. Cyberwolf 2056.
Cyberpunk. Yeah. That sounds about right. We don't know anything about this fucking game. Other games. Skull and Bones. It's a pirate game. It does look like...
You tell me about this, because I could not even pay attention. I just felt like I was seeing Sea of Thieves over again.
So it's by the developers that made Black Flag, the Assassin's Creed game that was very pirate-oriented. All the same combat from Black Flag looks back, but a lot more innovations to it. There's different cannons on each side of the fucking ship. You can upgrade, change out, do different strategic things with. You can group up with other ships to take down larger ones, including like larger ones online. Right. It does look like you don't just pilot a ship or do different parts of a ship. It looks like you actually do walk around in a third-person mode, which I was afraid of that you weren't going to do that. They still haven't showed a lot of the gameplay. They just showed some of the combat stuff for the most part, but I'm excited about it. It looks interesting. I'm not saying it's a day one buy for me, but it's something to keep my interest peaked, if not my bunghole.
I have two questions about this game. One, do you think the pirate thing is over?
That's a no, because it has barely just begun with Sea of Thieves.
Two, do you think that this is going to be competition for Sea of Thieves?
I hope so.
Or do you think they're different enough from each other?
They're different enough, but like healthy competition is never a bad thing in the same genre of games.
Right, but is this like the Halo to Call of Duty, or the vice versa? I mean, I would call Sea of Thieves the Halo, and I would call this the Call of Duty. This is more involved.
I see what you're saying. Was it really Halo and then Call of Duty? It fucking was, wasn't it?
I mean, Halo was like...
No, there was like Killzone and shit on the... But yeah, they're still kind of the same. I don't know. To me, it was like Halo, and then, yeah, you're right. Just Call of Duty just kind of took over the FPS.
Yeah.
It was really Modern Warfare 1. Okay, we're not going to get into this. I don't know. Skull and Bones. Look it up. Transference is another game I was really excited about.
Yeah, tell me
Do you
about
have this on your list?
See, so I was going into work when this conference was going on, and so I caught a good amount of the conference, but some of it was fragmented for me. So why don't you fill me in?
Okay, so Transference is is another collaboration with Ubisoft. Ubisoft's